host of 7 News in Florida's capital city, covering every corner of the Big Bend. This is the award-winning News 20 at 5 Live.
Tonight on Family TV 20 at 5, a man's decision to run a stop sign cost him his life. Good evening, and I am Taylor Watson, and you're watching News 20 at 5. According to Florida Highway Patrol, a Taylor County man died Friday in a crash after he ran a stop sign. The crash happened around 7:30 a.m. on U.S. Highway 221 and Roberts Amon Road when 23-year-old Joseph Cates didn't yield to a semi-truck driven by a 73-year-old Eddie Head. The semi crashed into the side of Cates' Silverado, which caused it to spin and slide across Highway 221. The semi-truck was flipped over. Head was taken to Dr. Memorial's Hospital in Perry due to serious injuries, and it was unclear whether Cates died on the scene or at Tallahassee Memorial Hospital. On Tuesday, a bailiff attempting to perform an eviction on a home in Detroit called 911 when he discovered the body of a female child in the freezer. Authorities found a second body, a male, during the investigation. Both bodies inside of a plastic bag, said Detroit Police James Craig. The mother of the children was apprehended at a different location and was arrested on child abuse charges. The name of the children have not been released yet, but the boy was approximately 11 years old and the girl was approximately 14. Some of the mothers are passing addictions onto their babies with the overuse of illegal drugs as well as prescription drugs. Taking certain drugs while pregnant can cause many long effects for your baby. Courtney Wallace has more on this story.
Some Florida mothers are getting high on drugs and not alone. It's being passed to their unborn. The Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration reported 354 babies with withdrawal symptoms in 2006. In 2010, it skyrocketed to 1,374. Illegal drugs aren't the only source. Prescription medicine is becoming popular too. Dr. McKendrick says it's essential for mothers to become properly nourished, especially during pregnancy. The use of drugs has a negative effect on the fetus.
Being addicted when they were born, and so their bodies are having to withdraw from the drug. Doesn't say that these children don't recover, because they do, and they have.
Long-term symptoms include ADD, ADHD, or a delay in motor skills. Kids are full of energy and they need the proper exercise to grow and be healthy. Latoya suffers from long-term symptoms.
My mom was pregnant with me. She was on drugs, and because of that, I have ADHD and my vision is completely off. And throughout childhood, I have dealt with mental health issues, such as panic attacks.
Florida has an increase in drug-addicted babies. There's many ways to help prevent this problem. However, members of both the House and the Senate have recognized this problem and have presented bills to be passed. I'm Courtney Wallace with Family TV 20.
And coming up next, an investment plan for the south side of Tallahassee and Frenchtown sparks debates. I am Taylor Watson, and you're watching Family TV 20 at 5.
Every day, our brave troops and their families stand up for us.
For years, we've asked so much of so few.
Now we have a chance to serve these heroes.
To give time, offer comfort, or lend a hand.
To ease the burden on a military family.
Let's honor their service by volunteering ours.
Remember when imagination could take us anywhere? It still can. Destination Imagination is an extraordinary after-school activity that lets any child experience creativity, teamwork, and problem-solving. Parents and teachers, start a Destination Imagination team and let your child begin the journey of a lifetime.
During Tuesday's Community Redevelopment Agency meeting, commissioners spared over an investment plan for Frenchtown and Tallahassee Southside. There were no oppositions when it came to projects such as $1 million toward redeveloping the shelter on West Tennessee Street once it relocates next month, and $200,000 to help put a grocery store on South Monroe Street where Harvey's once stood. The debate starting when the business magnet business initiative programs and use of money for public safety came up. County Commissioner Nick Maddox failed to gain support when trying to put off cutting items from the proposed list before community input. Residents will have a say in when they want to during the upcoming workshops in both areas. According to the Tallahassee Democrat, a Leon County woman was arrested by the Attorney General's Medicaid Fraud Control Unit Wednesday after officials say she slammed an elderly man's head against the door. Arlesia Richardson, 50, was arrested on charges of abuse of a disabled adult, a third-degree felony. According to a news release from an Attorney General Pam Bondi's office, Richard prompted a man with history of self-inflicted injury behavior to repeatedly hitting his head against a door while she was an employee at the state hospital. She has been terminated since then. One of the easiest ways to save people around the country and even around the world is taking the time out to give blood. Reporter Brittany Richardson will tell you how you could save a life.
Donating blood is an easy way to help save a life. According to the Red Cross, every 2 seconds someone is in need of a blood transfusion in the United States. Since there is no substitute for blood, donating is critical. Blood donor Ian Miller thinks it's important to give back. Places like One Blood make donating quick and easy, whether it's in the facility or on the go. Anyone 17 and older is eligible to donate. A picture ID and being in good health is required. The entire donating process takes about 7 minutes to complete. One Blood Collections Area Director Michael Stiles explains the components of a typical blood donation.
You sit down in a donor chair and we draw a unit of blood. That unit of blood is a unit of whole blood, and it has all the components of your blood. It's got red cells, it's got white cells, it's got platelets, it's got plasma.
With 8 different types of blood, all blood is in high demand. However, type O negative is most requested because everyone can use it. After being tested, the blood is sent to nearby hospitals for patients who need it. 1 bag of blood can help save up to 3 lives. Donating will not only earn you the title of a blood donor, but also a lifesaver. In Tallahassee, Brittany Richardson, News 20 at 5.
When we come back, find out how FAMU's football players get prepared for the season and how Florida State's women's basketball team prepares to fight their battle against Alabama State. You're watching FAMU TV 20 at 5.
Remember when imagination could take us anywhere? It still can. Destination Imagination is an extraordinary after-school activity that lets any child experience creativity, teamwork, and problem-solving. Parents and teachers, start a Destination Imagination team and let your child begin the journey of a lifetime.
FAMU's football team is working hard to strengthen and condition themselves in order to come back from a disappointing season. Reporter Scott Brooks has more.
The Florida A&M football team is hoping to bounce back from a disappointing season last year. The team is working hard this summer on their strength and conditioning to avoid any late game letdowns. Strength coach Russell Barbarino tells more.
So a couple things happen. We train a 4-day-a-week program. We go Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, with Wednesday being a recovery day, as well as Saturday and Sunday. We'll lift upper body Monday and Thursday, and we'll do conditioning on those days. And then on Tuesday and Friday, we'll do our lower body, plyometrics, speed and agility, and work capacity type of exercises.
Coach Barbarino starts the players in the weight room, where each player is assigned specific exercises to perform. The players are generally given the same assignments unless coach sees that one player is lacking in a certain area. In that case, he will assign the player exercises to make up for that deficiency. Coach is also concerned for the player's safety out in the summer heat.
One of the things we do is educate them on hydration, and we make sure we have things posted all throughout the facility to remind them, and we'll do as much as essentially escort them to the water fountains because they just, I guess in the midst of training, they might forget to hydrate.
At the end of summer training, the football team has an award ceremony. At the ceremony, a trophy is given to the player who performs the best. Each player earns points towards the trophy by performing well in the strength and conditioning exercises. To level the playing field, bigger guys are given more points for conditioning, and smaller guys are given more points for strength. The Rattler football team is just weeks away from training camp and about a month away from their first game against Tennessee State. For News 20 at 5, I'm Scott Brooks.
Florida State University's women's basketball team will play their first basketball game of the first round in NCCA tournament. Florida State has a 29-4 record, and they are number 2 seed in the Greensboro region, while number 15 seed Alabama State, who has a record of 17-14, won an automatic bid by winning the Southwest Conference tournament. Former Florida State quarterback Jameis Winston decided to not attend the 2015 NFL Draft in Chicago, and his former coach supports the idea. Winston plans to spend the occasion with his friends and family close to home and repay the sacrifice each member of his family has made to help him be in the position that he's in. On Monday, a member of Winston's camp told the Tallahassee Democrat that Winston plans to watch the draft with family and friends at a venue in Birmingham, Alabama, less than 20 miles away from his hometown in Bessemer. Stay tuned to learn about where you can find exotic leaping lemurs. You're watching FAMU TV 20 at 5.
I'm training to become a professional wrestler.
I'm going to be a choreographer. I'm studying to be a computer engineer. I'm going to have my own band.
Operation Game. Be everything you want to be. Contact your local Boys and Girls Club for more information.
Leaping lemurs are rare exotic creatures that many people like to see. Though they are great animals, they are endangered species. Reporting Kristen Swilly has more.
Leaping lemurs. Wide-eyed, furry, and full of energy. Well, sometimes. The newest addition to the Tallahassee Museum is getting a warm reception from patrons. Tom Wentz says he's glad he brought his daughter Julia to see the rare animals.
They're amazing, very exotic looking animal. The black and white is pretty unusual, and the eyes are really amazing, and the hands or paws or whatever looks like just a small version of a human hand, so it's very, very odd.
However, it isn't all fun and games for the playful pair. The lemurs are what museum curator Mike Jones calls critically endangered. He says he hopes bringing them to the museum will help raise awareness.
The Malagasy people in Madagascar have started eating lemurs, or they have historically, so they've really reduced the numbers by hunting them and using them for food.
Jones says he selected the animals because they are tree dwellers, making them the best fit for the facility. The museum, or zooseum as some patrons have called it, hosts a different guest animal every summer. Now, the pair will be on loan from Brevard County Zoo until October, so you'll have plenty of chances to leap on down here and see them for yourself. For News 20 at 5, I'm Kristen Swilly reporting.
Thanks for tuning in to FAMU TV 20 at 5. I am Taylor Watson. Do not forget to tune in tomorrow to more of your daily news, and have a great day.
Florida A&M University students have explored international cultures while discovering what they can become.
From Hong Kong working as a camp counselor to the Dominican Republic for the Study Abroad program, I discovered my passion for international studies. As Miss FAMU, the university has prepared me to represent my institution in the global market.
Discover what you can become.
Descubrir lo que puede llegar a ser.
Yeah, what she said. For more information about our study abroad program, visit discoverfamu.com.